Singapore's Deputy Prime Minister Lawrence Wong says his fourth-generation team will be able to maintain a high level of trust with China. And that's because of the mutual trust built over generations between the countries. Mr. Wong also highlighted talks he had with Chinese leaders during his 5-day official visit. They include reinstating visa-free travel, as well as discussions on Sino-US relations. Tan Se-hui with this report.
The Suzhou Industrial Park and Tianjin Eco-City, just two examples of bilateral projects that Singapore and China have worked on together for many years. DPM Wong says many from his 4G leadership team would have had experience working with China, allowing them to deepen ties with the next generation of Chinese leaders.
That building of trust at the personal level has been very important, and it's that virtuous cycle or circle of having trust at the leadership level and allowing us to develop mutually beneficial projects that are relevant to both sides.
Mr. Wong's trip took place shortly after Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong visited China in March, when both sides upgraded bilateral ties. On this trip, Mr. Wong met key Chinese leaders, including Premier Li Qiang, as well as Executive Vice Premier Ding Xuexiang. Together with Mr. Ding, Mr. Wong will co-chair the Joint Council for Bilateral Cooperation, which he describes as a key platform to identify new areas of collaboration. Mr. Wong also acknowledged concerns over heightened tensions between China and the US. He hopes they can find common ground and coexist with one another. He adds that Singapore aims to stay friends with both nations as far as possible.
If either party wants to seek our views, we'll be very happy to share with them our perspectives candidly and objectively. What's more important, I think, for Singapore is that we continue to act in a way that is consistent, credible, principled, and in accordance with our own national interests. And I think that's the best way for us to navigate this new era of great power rivalry.
The issue of reinstating visa-free travel between Singapore and China was also on the table during discussions with Chinese leaders. DPM Wong says Singapore hopes China would first restore flight connectivity as well as visa arrangements back to pre-COVID levels. Previously, those from Singapore could visit China without a visa for up to 15 days. There could be new initiatives in the pipeline as well.
There have been suggestions also for further mutual visa arrangements between China and Singapore. And so on that part, we are happy to receive any proposals from China.
Overall, Mr. Wong said he had good exchanges with Chinese officials on this trip, calling their leadership impressive, and he looks forward to future meetings with them. Tan Se-hui, CNA, Beijing.